Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the stream. First stream of 2025. How are we all doing today? I got the rewind fit on. I could have put the suit on, but frankly, I didn't want to. Frankly, I didn't really care to. It's in my closet somewhere, but I didn't, it's too much effort, too much work. Anyways, welcome everyone to the stream. I did the Crimp Peak post with this. Oh my god. So Rewind just came out. If you've not watched it, that is what I'm talking about today, and there will be spoilers for it. It is like about 12-13 minutes long, I believe, if I remember correctly. Hello, Mind Magic. Hello. So yeah, Rewind. It happened this year. A year where it really shouldn't have happened. It did. And there is a lot of stories around the creation of this little project and how it kind of came to be and kind of what is it all about. Because I don't know if you remember last year when I released Rewind 2023, I know I talked about on stream how I was kind of developing this new trilogy of rewinds. Because I've been looking at rewinds currently as two separate trilogies. We have the first three rewinds, which I like to view as like, oh, this was the trilogy of rewinds that really focused on kind of my online world, kind of what matches. Why'd you just give me 99 cents? What? Thank you, Matt. Anyways, the first rewind, the first trilogy of rewinds, yeah, definitely focus on kind of like that, virtual like space I've created and space I've created with my friends, and how it was definitely like showed how I kind of grew and kind of started all these projects and all that stuff. That was definitely the focus. It was that, and it was also just the focus on the community of New Bloom. It was definitely a big focus on that. But then what I like to call this new trilogy of rewinds is definitely a lot focused about not only me, but like about kind of like growing up in today's world and becoming an adult and kind of what comes with that, especially becoming an adult who is pursuing a job that is very uncertain if you're gonna make it or not. We were cured my procrastination, so I started editing. That's pretty good. So yeah, that's basically how I'm kind of trying to shape this second trilogy of rewinds. So I had this goal during or after I was working on Rewind, last year's Rewind. I was like, okay, so I definitely see kind of like the roadmap of how these rewinds are going to pan out. Because we had the first one, which I think established the whole premise of this trilogy of rewinds. It's like, yeah, it's hard to really figure out what to do and or who to be. So that was very much an easy first one. The second one, which was technically this one, I knew I really wanted to be about becoming an adult and what actually comes with becoming an adult. So that was definitely the focus of that one. And the third one is graduation, because I graduate high school this year. So kind of what does that look like? And I'll have like half a year to really experience what it feels like to be out of school for the first time ever in my life. So that was definitely very much the focus with doing this new trilogy. But then as this past year kind of went on, I more thought about this second rewind. I'm like, okay, becoming an adult and the idea of graduation, I feel like would fit a lot better if it was just one rewind. And since the year was not going good and I wasn't making really anything, I was like, I don't think I should make one this year. because I think one, five is a good number of rewinds because like it's the five big rewinds. So it wouldn't be six, it'd be five. So I wouldn't make one. Because one, there's just not much to cover. I didn't really do much this year, and two, I want to save a lot of that topic for the much bigger rewind 2025. So that was definitely my mindset a lot throughout this year. I was very certain like I'm not making a rewind this year. It doesn't make sense to make one this year. Yes, I'm an adult. Yes, that is definitely a milestone in life. It's just something that I feel like I'm not able to fully experience yet until I'm out of high school. You know, and I don't truly feel like an adult still. What the fuck is this music? Sorry, I'm using the Wheelhouse Minecraft playlist. Don't know why. That would be more chill. So it was definitely figuring out like what did that look like? What like pretty much figuring that. Why are the orange hands gripping eyeballs? Matt, I don't know. I don't know why the orange hands are gripping eyeballs. Ultimately though, what changed my mind is I think it was definitely Christopher was one of my friends who was definitely like talking about me and kind of like, oh my god, no, you have to do a rewind. You have to do a rewind. I'm like, it doesn't make sense to. It's like, but this is gonna be the 5 years of rewind. That's something I didn't initially realize. Like, oh shit, this would be the 5 years of rewind. And I don't know why, but it was watching a virtual AGR concert, or not virtual, a recording of an AGR concert that started to get the gears turning in me and like, oh shit, I got an idea. I don't know why it was from that, but I just started like thinking while I was like watching them. I'm like, oh my god, wait a second. So if it's the 5-year rewind, oh, so I got the idea how this rewind started off with being is that it was gonna be like a simple. I go back to the hill. I sit down, and I kind of just talk about like what this year really was and why it was important to make one because of the past, such as YouTube Rewind, who decided not to make one when it was a bad year. And I'm like, I don't want to like repeat that. I want to make a rewind no matter what, because the purpose of it is that I made it through the year and I'm still going. That is what Rewind's about. It is a celebration of that. So I definitely wanted to really illustrate that by making a rewind this year and a more development, like I could really make this about what is rewind, you know, why is rewind so important to me, why is it so different, how has it grown throughout the years. Because definitely like Nooblum Rewind, that was just about Nooblum, nothing to do with me. Second one had everything to do about me, and then the third one was a mix of both, within the fourth one going back to me, but more of a look at like my real life side of like how I'm viewing all this and what I'm going through in real life versus on the internet. So I really wanted to look at how that evolved with this rewind, and because I think that's pretty interesting. So we are gonna go and we're gonna break this rewind down. Also, why is my profile picture blue? For rewind. We love the rewind styled profile pictures. I did it last year where I think I just made my profile picture black and white for like a little bit. So I'm like, let's do some blue splatter in the back. Why not? It'll be fun. I will be changing that back though before next video though. So let me pull up rewind here. Let's take a look at this thing. I got some interesting stories. Let me switch to this. There we go. Oh, I don't have my... There we go. Alright. Let me turn off this music. Alright. So, I'm gonna have it mostly on mute. Crim Peak. So, one other thing. Poster. So, a lot of this, rewind was built around a specific music video. This is a music video created by AGR. The DJ is crying for help. And the reason why it's that, let me back up. DJ is a song kind of about like growing up, and you're not really maturing when you grow up, or you're still acting maybe like a teenager while everyone else is like kind of like getting jobs and like actually growing up, and you just kind of want to party and just have fun while everyone else is, tightening down. So that was a song I always knew was gonna be this one, even before I decided that I thought was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna be DJs Crying for Help. It was always a song I was kind of looking at. Christopher wants his frame. Christopher, I have the frame. If you guys want to see the frame, here is the magical rewind frame. Are you ready? Oh, it's a green screen. It's a green screen frame. So the story with this music video is that this was not actually filmed. It was not specifically filmed for Rewind. This is a school project. So in high school, I am in a video production class, and we had a video production final where we decided that we wanted to recreate a music video, one of AJR's music video. So that is why Rewind is styled this way. If you want to see the music video, I'll actually show you. And while I'm showing you that, I'll actually show you the comparison, because I actually made an edit. Because a lot of the music video of our music video isn't shown in Rewind, because I still had to like re-edit it. But there is a version where it's just the music video. Let me actually find this and pull it up. I need to remember where I put it. Give me 1 minute. I think it's in here. DJ reference. So this is a good version. Let me go here. So yeah, so this was the version I gave my teacher. This was the original version. I've also ended up here the original AJR DJs Crying Help for music video, so you can see what we are trying to do with it. So I'm just gonna let this play without interrupting it, and then I'll go back and kind of explain more.
Everyone's laughing at me, but not like they used to. The room's spinning all around me, but not like I'm used to. Hired, hired, can I get hired? I got no skills except getting high. I'm trying, I could start Friday. You've wasted your life, but thanks for applying. Hey now hold up, we were fun as hell. I'm all grown up, but you couldn't tell. Now I don't know what to do with myself. You got older cause you're good at life. I'm all 17 at 35. Now I don't know if there's anything else. The DJ is crying for help. The DJ is crying for help. Don't know what to do with myself.
Hey now, hold up, we were fun as hell. I'm all grown up, but you couldn't tell. Now I don't know what to do with myself. The DJ is crying for help.
Everyone's tripping on pills, but now they're prescribed to. And everyone's stacking their bills, but not cause they like to. Oh, hired, hired, can I get hired? Yeah, I fucked up, but I did it my way. Trying, I could start Friday. Getting alife's a little like dying. Hey now hold up, we were fun as hell. I'm all grown up, but you couldn't tell. Now I don't know what to do with myself. You got older cause you're good at life. I'm all 17 at 35. Now I don't know if there's anything else. The DJ is crying for help. Don't leave me out. The DJ is crying for help. Don't leave me out. Don't know what to do with myself.
Hey now, hold up, we were fun as hell. I'm all grown up, but you couldn't tell. Now I don't know what to do with myself.
The DJ is crying for help.
Got older 'cause you don't know.
till the party starts.
So yeah, that is the original music video. So that alone took us until like I think we started working on that in November, and I submitted it like basically right before I got onto winter break. So let me actually see. I can give you an exact date. I finished this video December 9th, I believe. I believe it was December 19th. December 19th or December 18th is when I finished this music video. So originally it was not meant for Rewind, but I knew while making it, I'm like, okay, I realized I can use this for Rewind. So there was like while filming it and editing, I knew I'm like, okay, this is gonna be used for Rewind. So some things I did that were very intentional. The big one being where this is shot. This is shot on the Rewind trail. This is why there's a table, because I knew like, okay, we need some sort of table. I'm like, I know there's tables near the Rewind trail, and I can use that for our perfect transition point for Rewind. So boom, Rewind trail. Normally in Rewind though, I wouldn't, wear a jack hat or, have a painted suit with, no, I mean, I have a painted suit, but not with the AJR pin, or I wouldn't be lip syncing. That is the big thing. I know I've never lip synced for a Rewind before, but this one, because I was recreating a music video, I did. I'll probably never do it again. But so that's just kind of some interesting facts about this. But yeah, so most of the things I altered for Rewind was changing like some of the stuff in the frames, or some stuff was covered. Like you never see this bridge in Rewind. This is a shot you never see, just because I wanted to actually be a Rewind, or like this is covered up a lot because personally some of these shots are very wonky because one, I was on a very tight schedule, and two, we've never done anything like this before and we didn't have much time to do tests, and we made a lot of mistakes, but I think it came out pretty decently. So yeah, this was like it was really nice to do this because I actually got my license like right before we started filming. Like yes, so I was able to like drive everywhere and we're like drive far, so I'm like not filming near my house, because if I filmed this near my house, you guys probably wouldn't have seen it. So I probably wouldn't have been using it because I don't really want to dox myself. But like this shot was in here. I know the one shot I did include because I didn't especially like it was I don't like this shot. I mean, I think this shot is specifically just like hard to do. Like I'm not even entirely sure still how they did it. I think we kind of did it in a similar way, but it's still a little bit different. But I just didn't, not my favorite shot. not gonna lie, not one of my favorite shots. But yeah, so that's kind of like the story behind using this. Cause like I knew forever I wanted to recreate this music video because it was a music video that was very impressive, but something I believe I was able to recreate. And I think I did a pretty decent job at doing that. So Rewind, that's why Rewind now has the paint splatter theme again, and now I might have to figure out how to include that in the third one because consistency. So I don't know why paint splatter, because the first one, like, okay, it made a lot more sense. This one's like, oh yeah, more paint splatter. Like shit. Now I need to keep that consistent. So yeah, it was yeah, like DJ Crane for help. So it was a lot different working on this. I think even have versions where I was singing some of this. Yeah, I have versions where I was singing the music video too. So I have a lot of different versions of this Rewind, but that is kind of like where the main premise of this theme of this Rewind kind of came from. So so that's why there's a frame. That's why the frame's a big thing. It's also in 2022's logo. Paint? There's paint in 2022's logo? I'll look at the glitchy version. Let me see. Oh, are you saying like? Hold on, I have a sticker about my. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's necessarily paint-y, but I see what you're talking about. Yeah, I look at like the letters more as like some sort of like weird colored marble. I never actually really looked at it like that. Huh? You learn something new. But yeah, so that was definitely pretty fun. So that's why the frame is, you know, I think I like using the visual of the frame. I think, see, there's a lot of like symbolism you can take from this music video, and some where I maybe didn't even think of. But I definitely do think it kind of like almost represents this fantasy, or like this, well, fantasy, or like what I wish it was all kind of like. Because like Yuko, and this is kind of how I interpret the music video too. It's like, you know, he's just wearing, I mean, he's wearing a normal suit, but he's just wearing like just normal clothes. And when you go through the painting, it's all like painted and like colorful, and like fun. So I'll definitely be using that for symbolism in the future. But I definitely like to see it as like, here's like a more fun world where we don't gotta worry about things as much. And I think that's definitely what it's all kind of doing. It's hard to explain this shit. So yeah, I try to basically roughly explain with the amount of time I have kind of what each rewind was really for me. I also try to be creative with the subtitles, because I really did something unique with the last one. With the subtitles really changed for the last one in terms of like, it started off as yellow, it lost its color, and then started getting unstable until it was really unstable, and then it started to heal as soon as I was talking about my friends. So there's definitely there was storytelling in the subtitles. There's not as much here. I think like I kind of like, for 2021 you just have the normal 2021 rewind color, or sorry, 2020, same with 2021, and same with 2022. But 2023 is where you see a difference, where it's white, but it also has that weird glitchiness around it to kind of represent just, you know, for one, just the vibe of that rewind and how it's feeling. And this year's, it's not white, it's blue, the color of the title, but it still has that glitchy nature around it to kind of show, you know, how those two kind of match. And it's kind of like, you know, yes, things have changed, but there's still something that are not like settled. You know, it's just an evolution of it. So that's something I was trying to be funny, quirky with. Let me get the music back on, because we're kind of just, I'm not entirely gonna play it. But yeah, so for me, to kind of, I guess, more go in depth with these rewinds, yeah, 2020 was very much as being the first rewind. It was definitely one where it's like, oh my god, like YouTube rewinds, like they were skipping it that year, and I'm like, okay, so let's just rewind. And, like, it started as a joke, and we did it. But I think definitely, like, working on it, I was very scared of kind of like the future of where is New Bloom going, because this was the transition point to New Bloom season 2, and we never, you know, New Bloom has always stayed season 1. It was New Bloom season 1 lasted for about a year, which is very, very long for an SMP season. And we're definitely scared if it was going to work out or not. So I wanted to really just encapsulate what it felt like to be at that time in 2020, and how that season was, just in case, you know, it all went downhill and it was like, that was it. I really wanted to show kind of the joy that season brought to a lot of people. And I think I did it pretty well. And gladly, it wasn't all downhill from there. But that was very much the goal, and it was very much the time where it let me kind of experiment to more what would become my more modern content. This was definitely like the first time where you can see, like, okay, there's a lot of inspiration. Like, this was the first time I used replay mod to kind of give you reference. Like, I have never used replay mod before this project, and I got this rewind done in, I think, some pretty good record time. I don't remember exactly what was the timeline from working on this, but I got a lot of this done pretty fast. So that was mostly because, you know, it was COVID. There's nothing else better to do. And, you know, school was online, so you could cheat it a lot. So that was kind of like a fun one. 2021 was definitely more where I started to break down YouTube. Like, okay, like after 2021, after 2020, I'm like, okay, I want to be a YouTuber. This is it. This is, I'm not stopping now. Because, like, I was doing, like, on and off before 2020, before Rewind 2020, and I was doing here and there. I was always making videos when I was younger. But I was never like, okay, it's time to do this until 2021 came around. Less than 2 weeks for New Bloom Rewind? I doubt it. it was at least a month, but it was a short amount of time. Like 1 month to make an almost like a 25-minute video with using a program I've never used was pretty crazy, especially with like a amount of people with like filming and all that stuff. We were in 2021. You logged in for a month and disappeared. Yeah. 2021 was the first year I was in high school. And it was definitely like, I'm like, okay, you know, do I make Rewind a thing? Like, I didn't want to tell everyone. I wanted to surprise everyone with a Rewind just because of like how hard they helped me with this one. I wanted everyone to feel how it felt like to be on the other side and actually like being surprised with it. Because I think like, you know, it's fun to give surprises, but also you like to be surprised once in a while. That is definitely the main bit with this Rewind. But it's also just like, yeah, shit, like trying to be a YouTuber is fucking hard. You know, it's not easy. There's a lot of stuff you have to balance with it. And that's something I really started to understand in 2021. Also the Star of Lore, which is fucking crazy. Because 2021 was a massive year. We had Grimpe Origins come out that year, and we had the whole first season of Nubelum Lore happen within that year with my hour-and-a-half long movie type thing that actually killed me. And I'm doing that on a bigger scale now. It all comes full circle. So that was definitely like the focus of me. And also just kind of like realizing what position I'm in and like the position of like, I guess, influence I had on people. And I realized like, oh wait, like, yeah, these people are older than me, but then they're still kind of like helping me out with this stuff. Or like I'm running a server where like, even though I'm one of the younger people there, I still hold some sort of power or influence, and that was really cool. And I was like, oh shit, so like what I do is actually like important. And that was, so it's definitely like, okay, like this is like, it definitely solidified like, okay, yeah, this is it. This is like, yes, it's tough, but this is it. This is what I want to do. 2022 was a lot more evident of an era that I thought. I don't know how I perfectly predicted like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the end of an era. And then after this one, like so much shit changed. I'm like, holy shit, I really timed that right. Bro is going, I hated that project. Announces the untold story. Exactly. So this one, Rewind 2022, was definitely, it was very similar boat I was in 2020. I knew Nubelum Rewind was ending. Oh, no, sorry, not Nubelum Rewind. My bad. That Nubelum Lore was ending. But also Nubelum as a whole, or at least I thought, because that was a lot that we discussed about. Because a lot of us, we were tired of running an SMP. We're kind of over it. A lot of us didn't really care to host events or play on the server. It definitely was a low time for the Nubelum season. So we're like I don't really have the energy to keep doing season anymore. So we were kind of like, yeah, this is it. This is gonna be our last season. And I don't know if we knew that going in, but I think we definitely realized that sometimes during season 3.5 or 4. So I definitely wanted to encapsulate a lot of that. And also with this, you know, like I didn't know what Rewind would look like after this time, because with no Nubelum Lore, with no Nubelum SMP, you know, a lot of stuff would have changed. So it was very like just an uncertain era. Like, okay, shit, what is, you know, what now? Like, what is the next step after this? It definitely was like I remember like during the ending of season 3.5 stream, I was really like, fuck, this is it. You know, like I was just taking it all in. I'm like, yeah, there's, you know, this is it. I can't stop it. It's happening. I just gotta appreciate it for what it is right now. And it definitely, like, with using, I don't know, coming out was one of like the major things. It was kind of questioning, like, I realize my childhood is going now and a lot of things are changing. Do I just enjoy being a kid now and kind of have fun with my friends, or do I really, really focus on making the best videos ever and actually becoming a YouTuber? So there's definitely like, this was very much a commentary on like the balance of doing both of those things and like what, you know, just trying your best. That's how I really very much see 2022. It was definitely like, yeah, I realized like what was about to change. Bro thought the friend group was over. I didn't think the friend group was over. I just knew a lot of stuff we were doing was, I thought it was gonna be over. But then came New Bloom Island, and then Frontiers, and Foundry, and then Nexus, and Horizons. So New Bloom is back. It kept going. It changed to something else. So I would say New Bloom. I would say New Bloom. A part of New Bloom definitely died with season 4. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just like I definitely felt like a part of it died, which is fine because like a lot of traditions I did on the servers, like I stopped building chicken shops after that. I knew that was the end of it, and I don't want to build another chicken shop. I think it is right for it to die with those seasons of New Bloom. That was very much intentional. That or Icelandica, like that was season 4 had the last Icelandica. So I think just like there's a lot of traditions like that. The boat kind of sticked around. The boat, it's not as consistent now, but the boat's sometimes in season and sometimes it's not. But the boat has kind of evolved because I think the boat is a big, just symbol of New Bloom. So I think there's definitely a good amount of shifts. Yeah, we went through the modded era of New Bloom. Yeah, we're definitely. I definitely think New Bloom as a Minecraft server is definitely phasing out. So now it's truly the end. I'm not gonna make another rewind kind of talking about that, I don't think. But I think it is definitely more phasing out now. Chicken shop era is over. Time to build chicken robots. Dude, the chicken robot era. So I mean, it definitely was like, you look back, it's like, oh my god, how you said New Bloom was over, stupid. No, it's not. A part of it was. I mean, we definitely did think it was like over. But, yeah. There hasn't been, I don't think Frontiers had a boat. I know we're kind of like the airship as maybe the boat, but that wasn't really the New Bloom boat. I think there's like 1 or 2 seasons that we accidentally forgot, or we just didn't do it. But most of them we did, yeah. Horizons has one. The last server, Nexus had one. The island had one. It was sunk, but I had it. Wait, wasn't this filmed during the island? Oh wait, it's 2022. 2022 had the island. So we kind of knew that New Bloom was still kind of going, but we just knew it was what we knew New Bloom as was changing. And that's kind of what we wanted to celebrate. 2023. This is where everything changed. What? See, I'm trying to think about what 2023 really, what really happened with 2023. So, I'd say for most of the year, I was a pretty jolly guy. You know, I wouldn't say I had too many issues with 2023, but it's definitely around the end where it's actually rewind time, and I was kind of like reflecting on shit. That I was like, oh shit, what now? Like, yeah, we've done some initial projects after like Lore's over and all that. We've done some initial stuff, but where do we go now? I think there was even a discussion. I think that it was this year that the discussion happened about even like bringing back or like doing a spin-off of Lore. It's like, do we do a spin-off of Lore now? You know, is that, I mean, because like we like Lore, we know how to do it. Do we just keep doing that? And then I remember our discussion about it. It was such a big spin-off that at the moment I was like, it's too much of a risk right now where I don't really want to do that. Now, you were a very sad man every day. Not one of time was there a smile on your face. No, but it was definitely like, it's so hard when emotions get like more complex. It's hard to explain them. That's why I like making rewinds, because I feel like they just give off like visually like this says something besides me explaining it, you know. But it's definitely like I was stuck in my head a lot, and I'm like, okay, so what is the next thing? Or like, because I think 2023 I got a lot of, I think 2023 has my biggest videos in it. It wasn't a bad year. You know, I'm not gonna sit here saying 2023 was a bad year. It was a good year. it was definitely just like, okay, that was good. Now what? Now what? Now what? Now what? And I'm definitely still in that boat. I don't think I've definitely settled that. I mean, I know for this year, I'm kind of, for the most part, solid because we did go back to lore, but I think the way we're doing it now is for a very better reason. Because I think, I mean, I'll come back to that. I'll come back. I don't want to fully go into that conversation yet, but yeah, I think it was definitely a very interesting year where, like, I think even like my parents just started asking me questions like, okay, so now after high school's over, what's next? You know, are we going to college? Are we, you know, getting a job? And I didn't have a clear answer besides like, yeah, I definitely want to do YouTube, but I don't know what that looks like after high school. Like, what is the balance of doing that? And personally, and this isn't so the case, obviously, is that for high school, or for colleges, you have to take certain classes in high school to get into most of them. And the classes I've taken, because I for a long time I just said in my brain like college is not the thing, I didn't do those classes. Obviously I can still do them now and technically make it up and I'll be fine, but that's doing more classes I didn't care to do. Specifically, the one being Spanish. Fuck Spanish. I'm sorry. If you speak Spanish, congratulations. It is actually a language I would want to be able to speak, but I just cannot learn it. I physically cannot learn it. I don't know why. It broke me freshman year of high school. Literally, freshman year of high school, I skipped about 3 months just because I was hold on. It started making me like sick for the amount of stress I was having over it, and I was literally getting like anxiety attack or like panic attacks in the morning where I'm like, I can't go to school. Like I don't want to go there and deal with it. And the more you do that, the worse it gets because you're missing more. New year, new Crippy. Bruh. So it was definitely like, yeah, I for my own mental health and so that I'm able to succeed in other classes, I can't do this class. So I decided just to give up on doing Spanish just so I could be successful doing other things. So the college question is definitely, you know, that is a topic that'll be covered in next year's Rewind. Because by the point of next Rewind, I would have had to figure something out. So that's definitely something that's even still on my mind. But yeah, it's definitely a lot of those questions and realizing like, oh shit, like I'm working on getting my driver's license now, and that is such a weird thing to be able to drive. You know, that's not something I'm used to doing. So that was definitely a big thing with 2023. It was definitely just going through like, oh yeah, shit, I'm gonna become an adult. That's why I think 2023 Rewind was so different, because I was very much looking at now different things. Like, yes, YouTube is important, but also now I gotta figure out this other shit. And how do I figure out that shit while also trying to figure out like the direction of my YouTube channel? So it's definitely a very overwhelming year, or around the end of it became really overwhelming for me, which obviously bled into, for one, the delay of that Rewind, and two, just I think the absent from me this year, because it was definitely trying to figure out what to do, trying big projects and realizing that, oh yeah, this doesn't work. I can't do this. Dude could drive and come to the mall to visit. Yeah, I can, like, I think driving is like the weirdest thing now, and it's such a mental change to be like, oh yeah, I can just go outside, get in my car and drive wherever I want within reason. You know, I still have to pay for gas and stuff. But I think that was just such a weird mental change. But yeah, I think with 2024, a lot of that carried over, and that's what I think ultimately led to there being less videos and failed projects, was because I was just very desperate to try to, you know, do something, or specifically get something that would give me a lot of views, and grow my channel, for the sole purpose of showing like my parents, like, hey, this is something that can happen, and even like proving to myself that, like, okay, yeah, the YouTube plan can work. And I don't think I've fully gotten that confirmation yet, so it really sucks. So that is really my biggest goal for this year is to get the confirmation that like, okay, YouTube will work, because I'm definitely in the point where, like you've seen in the video, I have to choose different paths, and you know that determining what path I choose will change a lot. So that's why Rewind is about reflection, because I like to look back and see like, okay, you know, this is how things went, these are how I've grown, because I think it's so cool to see how I've grown and how I've improved, because that makes me feel just a lot more confident in what I'm doing. Like, okay, like back then, you know, this shit was trash, you know. I know today, if you're in my Discord server, we watched all the rewinds, and we definitely saw like the almost exponential quality increase in the rewinds, and then that's like, oh, okay, that feels really good, that I know that what I'm doing is improving something, and it's not just like it's not for nothing, you know. Because like even like this year, like just because I didn't post much, I still grew, and I started to understand more of like specifically where this channel is going and what my future specifically looks like. Even though you didn't really see much come out, there was a lot that I definitely learned. And I think that is very valuable coming out of the year. 2022's peak. That's fair enough. 2022 is more like I threw a lot of money at it, and I threw a lot of time at it. That 2023 speech is the peakest. Fair enough. Yeah. I had a lot to say, and I think definitely I was trying not to repeat a lot of what I was saying in this rewind, because I still think a lot of that is still true and still something I'm working on, which hence why I almost didn't make a rewind, because I'm like, you know, I've said what I wanted to say right now, but then I looked at it at a different angle. So yeah, I mean, I think obviously that's why there wasn't like, this is, besides I'd say Nibblum Rewind, this is like the first rewind where there's not a traditional like, oh, here's clips timed with music, because like, yeah, there is that, but then there's also like me running around, and there's clips from the past years, which I don't like doing as much. I try to pick like these older clips. I try to pick more unique ones, because I know I recycle a lot, especially this year, just because I'm reflecting on the year, and I'm trying to show just visuals like what I'm thinking of. But yeah, so that's the first part of Rewind. I didn't realize how actually long this section was. Let me get a quick water break. This Rewind is the only one that didn't make you cry. I don't think this one was specifically, I mean, I don't think any of them are specifically, well, some of them are built to make you emotional. This one, I think, I don't know. It's so hard to explain this stuff. I mean, I like, basically a lot of this rewind was just written like I was at school at a free period. I was doing nothing, so I just sat down and wrote. And like I wrote this rewind specifically outside. You know, I wasn't really listening to music. I was just there. I'm like, okay, I really just gotta like I'm just putting what I think onto paper. I might have cried if I didn't read the script. That's fair enough. Let me actually pull up the script, because I think this is one of the shortest, one of the shortest video scripts I've ever made, but also like the shortest rewind script. But yeah, and then like this is basically it. It's most of it is just like this, and I knew kind of what I wanted to say. You know, for each section, I know I wanted to kind of focus on like what the evolution of rewinds. So it is a very simple script. But yeah, I mean a lot of it was also kind of repeat from last year, because you know, it's definitely like, yeah, like just because a rewind happens and those things are addressed doesn't mean they're fixed, you know? It's still something that's going on. But yeah, definitely I knew from the very start I wanted to return to the hill and leave behind the AJR hat, which for me, I see a lot of, fuck, what's the word? What's the word? I was just using it. I forgot. Hold on, I'll come to me. Give me a second. Nah, I won't come to me. I think a lot of this kind of just like more just represents me like kind of maturing. I mean, I wouldn't say age is immature, but it's kind of just like, yeah, okay, we've had the fun. Let's leave behind the stuff and let's go for a walk. Symbolism. Fuck me. There's the word. So I definitely wanted to make a lot of parallels with last year's, like, and that was very much the point. It's like, yeah, this should feel familiar. That's why I even used the 2085 song. I used a different version. I used a piano with the instrumentals in the background slightly, to kind of give it a slightly different vibe. But you're supposed to like understand it. That's why I even showed like clips of last year. And Matt's calling me. Can I help you?
On Rewind 10 out of 10. Thank you. That's all I wanted to say. Goodbye.
Okay. Thank you. I want a lot of parallels with the two, because I definitely do think I'm in this same place. I think have built this hill up to kind of like just symbolize this choice of kind of like indecision, or like, because in last year's Rewind, I was very desperate to get to the top of this hill, because I was hoping, I think that definitely represented a lot of like, hey, if I work hard and I'm really desperate and try everything to get up there and I don't give up, once I get to the top, everything will be solved, everything will be fixed, it'll all be, amazing. But the reality of it is when you get to the top, there's nothing, there's two paths. There's two paths, and you got to pick one of the paths. But no, I think it really just kind of symbolizes kind of that what? Oh shit, I just hit my storage drive. I got an external hard drive. Ooh, that's broken. I broke that. Everyone ignored the black box. Everything will be okay. I don't really know how to fix that at the moment, so I'm not. We're just gonna ignore the black box and just hope that everything's okay. Yeah, we're ignoring the black box. Pretend it's not there. Yeah, so the hill definitely represents kind of indecision and kind of like just sitting there and it's like, okay, I gotta like figure out a path and figure out like which way I want to go, because you see like this big horizon and you see there's a lot of places to kind of go and a lot of places you can do, but at the end of the day you can't stay on the hill, you gotta pick one. And you'll see that happen next year. And I'm not even sure which path I'll pick because I haven't figured it out yet. And then that's definitely kind of the point. So, you'll see. I have some things cooking up. I already have some ideas. I've already spent money actually on next year's Rewind. I've definitely you can even technically say I've already started work on it. But I'm definitely a lot of things that I was there's gonna be a lot of payoff in the next one. There's a lot of things I'm intentionally setting up now, and I think that's a good reason, another reason why I also made this, because there's a lot of things I want to set up now so that there's payoff later on. So you'll definitely see a lot of that. There's also technically some little hints at next year's Rewind in here, or hints, or I guess an early look at what next Rewind will look like. I'm not gonna point out specifically what. I think it's kind of obvious, but I'm still not gonna point it out. You'll have to figure that out for yourself. So yeah, we have the sit down chat. I think I actually cut a little bit from the sit down chat. Hold on, I'm trying some music too, man. It's a little loud. Back in 2020. I think I cut something. I might have just cut like little lines. I don't think I cut that much. There's times where I disappointed something where I had to cancel projects. Oh yeah, I just cut like a few lines that just didn't work grammatically. Okay, I thought I cut more than I did. Yeah, okay, never mind. Did not cut that much. But yeah, I definitely, you know, I think The Hill is a big staple with this trilogy of rewinds. And you'll definitely see it return for the next one. But yeah, I also, something I kind of try to intentionally do was, you know, especially with the last one, I didn't really talk directly to the camera. And I think that was definitely more of kind of being shy to do so, or not wanting, scared to be fully honest and doing a lot of voiceover. But I think something that was really important that I wanted to do, kind of feel the motion, is, you know, you're seeing all these shots of me not really like looking at the camera, like walking away or yada yada like this. But then I finally actually turn around and talk directly to the camera and talk directly to the audience. Because I don't think, for one, the main reason I don't really do that is I have a hard time remembering lines. But for this one, it definitely, I felt was just important. Like, yeah, I need to look down the camera to do this. And I technically cheat a little bit. I did not memorize these lines. It's a lot to memorize. I mean, I wrote them myself, but it doesn't mean I memorized them. So there was a little app on my phone where there would be a teleprompter that would go right next to the camera, where I could easily read off that while looking at the camera. Something I don't have for my desktop setup. There is technically, I think Elgato's made something where you put something over your camera, put a teleprompter over your camera, and you can do that. Haven't gone there yet. But the main reason I did that was so there was like minimal cuts. There's basically like, there are technically cuts because I cut out some lines, but there's technically like, this whole thing was recorded in one take where I didn't like stutter or anything. I think the one place where I stuttered and like had to do it a few times was me talking about the two paths. So that was a very important thing for me to kind of do. And yeah, obviously I talk about kind of how stupid it was that YouTube didn't make a rewind, yada yada, what rewinds mean, because I think definitely something I've more realized is like, yeah, it is very much like, I mean, it's always been, but it's always been something like, listen, like, yeah, life can get hard, but just keep going. That is, you just gotta you gotta fight through it, and you know, if you do, that's a good thing. It says, and accepting failures, realizing, yeah, you know, I didn't do the best, but it doesn't mean it's over. So all these shots are from the short films I did for school. The ones from these two are on the Wheelhouse. If you've not seen already, it's called Lockdown. And I think it was a very relevant thing I wanted to show here, because it is a whole story about kind of this teenager who is about to graduate high school, and he's kind of scared to graduate because, you know, he doesn't want to leave the comfort of being, or like the safety net of being in school, but his graduation keeps getting pushed due to the COVID outbreak. So he's quarantined, and he's basically has to sit in this room and see how slowly and surely the lockdown is being lifted up, and slowly the graduation date is set. And it's definitely it's a short story about kind of like just, I mean, this is very exaggerated, but it is kind of like just a mental, like, oh shit, like, yeah, I don't want to do that. You know, I'm scared to do that. I'm scared to do that. I'm tired and yada yada. Is everything we gonna do end up in Rewind? That's what Rewind is. What do you think Rewind is? Rewind is like, okay, the main thing of Rewind is recapping the year, right? So everything I do should be in Rewind because I'm recapping it. SMH. But yeah, so I really wanted to make sure I included that story within Rewind, because I think it is very relevant to what I was thinking. This was I think this short film was made right before summer, to give reference to that. This one is not in the wheelhouse yet. I need to censor it a little bit because it is. We did film this in our school, or at school. And obviously I don't want to dox myself or my friends. But this one's not really as relevant to the topic. This one's basically a film noir short film where basically there's this kid and he loses his book that he needs for English class. So he decides to go full on noir detective to figure out where his book went. That's kind of like the whole premise. So it keeps flipping back and forth between this black and white noir vibe to just normal full color, yada yada. I like to mess with color. I think messing with color is fun. So yeah, that's where those two things are from. Just so you know. Then these are all from, I heavily debated putting a press wrap in Rewind, but I knew I just needed to do it. So you gotta press wrap Rewind. It's never gonna happen again. But you gotta press wrap and Rewind. The iconic press wrap that somehow I would never think would still be alive to this day after making it just on like in a random. I think, did a press wrap take us one day to make? A press wrap might have took me one day to make. I remember like writing the script and something, and like putting the app phone up to my Xbox microphone and me singing along with it. And my friend helping with writing the lyrics, and then filming the music video where I remember I think there's a bunch of people on call and I'm trying to like, come on friend, like we gotta do this. And I think he was just like I don't think he cared too much about actually, or he wasn't too invested. He seemed over it. I think this is what I remember. I don't know if this is what actually happened, but so I was like, oh come on, let's do it. Come on, just finish up. And then I was like editing it on my Xbox while we were all on call. So there's your. It is definitely a time where I'm like, let's just make fun stuff. I have a lot more old Xbox videos where I don't think anyone has seen. And that might make it into next Rewind. Because I think this trilogy of Rewind, I think definitely each one focuses on a certain aspect of time. Where I think the last year's Rewind was definitely more focused on kind of like looking towards the future, and even, I mean, a little bit of like modern day, but mostly kind of like looking. Well, it was a balance. It's definitely a balance between looking through the future and modern day. While this one is very much just kind of like looking towards the past and seeing kind of how that is. And I think this third one is definitely going to be a balance of everything. It's going to be looking towards the past, it's going to be looking towards the future, and it's going to be looking towards the present. And I think definitely that's something you have to do throughout life. You gotta look at the past, present, and future. And there's definitely a balance between doing all those things. Like, you shouldn't be stuck in the past, you shouldn't be stuck in the future, and you shouldn't, be oblivious to both of those things and just do, You definitely need a balance between all those three things. So I think I'll definitely kind of connect all that shit and wrap it up in next year's Rewind. Next year's Rewind's gonna be massive. I already know, and I'm not ready. I have there's gonna be a lot of working parts, but we'll figure it out. So yeah, that's why I definitely wanted to. I like kind of reason for showing like these really old videos of me was because I was definitely like, I think I'm always thinking about like I can never stop doing YouTube because I know I would disappoint my younger self. Because I know my younger self always wanted to be a YouTuber, always watched YouTube, always like, did it, and always like worked hard. And like when other people were, I would get like just random people, like my random friends, like, oh come on, let's make a video, come on, just act in it. Come on, just do it. And I almost have to like beg some of my friends, like, come on, just be in it, just to make a stupid music video, or some other types of videos. So I think I definitely I definitely want to show that to kind of show like I'm always kind of thinking about that, and you know I don't think I will ever quit YouTube because of my younger self, because I never want to disappoint him, that part of me. So I think that was definitely, you know, that's something I very much wanted to kind of illustrate, and also, you know, this fucking untold story. And you know, I think it is amazing how people are still like that's something I have to like keep reminding myself, like, oh yeah, shit, people are actually like they got my back. And they're helping me out, and I'm like, I don't think I would have gotten this far without them. So I think that was definitely like, it was like, I have something I keep like realizing. I'm like, oh yeah, that is definitely like, you know, obviously like this new Bloom lore thing, it would never ever be a thing without them. You know, I would never be able to do that by myself, or these rewinds. You know, rewind might have never been a thing, especially 2022. Fucking that massive ass one, you know, that would have never happened. So yeah, it's reflecting on all of this different type of shit, or even like with lore, like literally everyone. There are not many people who said no to helping with the lore project. Like even Zolister is someone who, you know, he kind of distanced himself from New Bloom a few years ago, and you know, he's involved in all these bigger projects and has a lot of connection with these bigger content creators. He is on a whole different level than me now. But despite all of that, he's still willing to kind of help with my little videos, and you know, that's just a crazy thing. So yeah, I don't know, like you know, that it's insane. It's insane. I don't know how to put it into words. That's why I make Rewind, because I can't put it into words. So yeah, this montage, actually, hold on. So I know some people in the Discord call about this, but this is the first rewind, besides New Bloom Rewind being the first one, to include songs that are sung by a different artist than AJR. And this is Cody Fry. This was a song I found few months ago, because I realized like, oh yeah, I actually like the sound of Cody Fry's music. Like I used him in a lore, I think for season 3 lore teaser, I Used to Hear a Symphony. That's like his most popular song ever. But I was looking through his other songs, I'm like, what other songs does he have? And that is where I found Make It. And I found it was a song that was so not known to a lot of people. Like no one has, like, this specific song doesn't have that many listens, and I'm like, I guess I'll listen to it. And I was like, oh shit, this is actually like a pretty good song, and it's a song that's, I feel like, very, you know, I can relate to a lot of this song, and I think it perfectly encapsulate kind of how I was feeling and kind of the vibe of this rewind. So I'm like, fuck it, like I'm not gonna, you know, every rewind does not need to have only AGR songs. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. So I did use, I mean, you watched it, you've heard this. I'll actually show you one verse that I didn't do. I actually cut this in half. Yeah, because it's almost, you know, like 3 minutes 42 seconds. I don't think I have enough footage for, and I also think it's just too long. But there's this whole other verse that I think is good too. I just thought maybe the first one worked a little bit better for what I was doing. But I think all this, like, I can really just. Okay.
I can't remember 1,000 complimenters. One critic drowns them all out. I'm overthinking, fate won't and sinking. How do I fight back the doubt?
And then it goes back to the chorus, and yada yada. So, I was originally thinking of using this for 2025, because I thought it was that good of a song. Because I'm actually saving some stuff, There's some songs I almost used this for. I'm like, no, I gotta save that for the bigger one. um, but I decided using this one because I think it was just really relevant to what I was kind of wanting to say with this rewind. So yeah, that is the Cody Fry "Make It" song that I decided to use, and I think I'm pretty happy with it. I think it fit well, and I think it was a good way to kind of end it all. And then obviously we got the text. This was like a last. I was debating adding this text on the thing. I think it works better with the text because I really wanted you to hear like what the lyrics were saying. Because I know like sometimes when people listen to music, they'll just tune it out. Like I mean, I know I do that a lot with like some songs. Except it's my first time where I don't really care about the artist. I will not listen to the lyrics. I'll just kind of like hear it. It's like just that tune. But I didn't want to like, yeah, the vibe of the song is good, but also I want you to kind of like listen to what they're saying. Trilogy Part 1, solid entry, has most of people in it. Yeah. We love patterns. We love, like, I've definitely accidentally done so many things with the patterns, rewinds, and stuff. And I use, I mean, same thing with lore. I utilize that and to make it more, to smaller, done without either me or Matt, but still great. 3 old shit. Yeah, I think, because yeah, this is also the second rewind I've done basically by myself. I mean, it wasn't as much of a surprise because people knew it was happening. So it is similar to 2021 in that way, but I do believe I think it's better than 2021. I think it's better. I do think 2021 is the least good rewind. I don't think it's a bad rewind. I think it's still a good one, but I think it's the least good, which I think is very fair because I worked on it by myself. I think more people helping makes the video better, for the most part. Depends actually. And then it ends off with this beautiful. I got a old Handycam, and if you saw in the wheelhouse, I posted a whole Christmas vlog. This was fast forwarding through. Beautiful. Like look at that shot. Like look at that. That is fucking cool. I really love this old camera because it gives such a different vibe. You know, like it gives you a certain feeling. Like it's not about it looking like like pristine quality. Like I don't think that should always be the case with like a shot. Like I'm not trying to get the clearest shot ever with like my phone or something. You know, I'm trying to get a feeling. Like when you look at this, like it gives you a certain feeling. I mean, I know a lot of people describe this about old cameras. Probably here's someone, because people describe it as nostalgia, but I guess I do get a little bit because I did watch like some older movies when I was younger, but it definitely just gives you a certain feeling, and that's why I want to kind of end with it and just kind of be like, yeah, you know, this is very raw, you know, and there's not much editing here. I think all I did with this shot is I color graded a little bit, and I make sure the audio was easy to hear. That was it. And I had one shot to do this. I mean, I could do with more, but tape's limited, you know. I can't just do multiple shots, you know. So I did that in one shot. I just like record, sat it down, walked over there, and then stood up, and then picked up the camera. I said that, and it turned it off. You will be seeing more of the camera. But it's definitely like a fun thing I got myself for Christmas. Which, getting the camera itself is like, pay like $150 for the camera. And tape's like, it's $20 for like 2 hours of footage, to give a reference. That's how expensive get these types of shots. But then there's also like this monitor you can buy where you can put the shit on SD cards, so it's not as expensive to film. But getting one of those is like $200, and then you need to get like things to actually mount it on, and that, you know, that really adds up. So tape is the way I like to do it so far. What else? Oh, I didn't even talk about my favorite song that I found on Epidemic Sound. Hold on, let me pull this shit up. Where is it? This one. Found this song on Epidemic Sound. I'm like, huh? You know, because like initially looking like those top ones, I'm like, whatever. I'll click on this one, see how it sounds, and then I hear like this shit. I'm like, holy shit! Like, how do you get that vibe? I don't know. I genuinely like really just love how this sounds, and I don't know. I really love that I found this song. I think it fits so well. And there's actually a part I cut out because it didn't fit for what I was doing with it, and also just time. I'll actually show you that. Hold on, let me find it. It even like because it gets even bigger than like right here. Because then it's suddenly. This didn't fit as much to what I was doing, but I love the sound. Anyone can cook a song? I mean, that's kind of the vibe I was going for, I guess. And then I cut it around here, and this is where it picks back up and rewind around here. Oh, this is a different version? Oh, wait, does that? Yeah. This might be a slightly different version I used. I'm not sure. Huh. Yeah, it was roughly like that. That was genuinely, I've been using Epidemic Sound since Crimpy Origins. And I have not found a better song than this. This is genuinely my favorite song that I have found on Epidemic Sound. I don't know why I like it so much, but it is beautiful. 7 days ago. 7 days ago. Came out on Christmas. Merry Christmas. That tells you how long I had to edit this rewind. I didn't have, like, oh my god. Fucking stories about editing this shit. Like, yesterday, I was like, okay, I'm gonna finish it up in the morning. Maybe it'll take like 2-3 hours. I ended up editing for the whole entire day yesterday. Whole entire day. I think I spent maybe 4-5 days editing this, like 5 whole days. Not like half days, because when I edit, I'm like, I gotta go all day. I gotta go all day. You know, it burns me out a little bit, but you just gotta go all day. But yeah, there's a definitely a song. I got My Son Venus in here. The End of Nothing. Here's the pianos. This is a 2085 piano, so this is what like it normally sounds like. I think I slowed it down. Hold on. Then I added the actual instrumentals from the song to make it sound a little nicer. Good old 2085. 2085 was used, if you don't know, it was in the last one, and it starts from like this bridge, and then goes back to where it connects back and references Maybe Man, which was the first song I used in that rewind. So, yeah, there's a lot of working gears here. Why are there mice on Venus? That's what I'm asking. Why are there mice on Venus? Also, this is like one of my favorite shots ever. I don't know why. I'm like, holy shit, actually that worked out like really well. But yeah, that's Rewind. If you guys have any questions, let me know. It definitely, this one was a very interesting one to make. It was definitely smaller scale, and I knew it was gonna be smaller scale. You know, 'cause- oh, I'm in the Black Void. I'll fix this shit when I'm done streaming. It was a very different Rewind to make. Because yeah, it was smaller scale, and I think it is one of the most different ones I've made since New Bloom Rewind. I think it definitely next year will be a very interesting vibe. I don't really know the exact vibe it will give yet. I mean, obviously it depends on the year. I think obviously the year always shapes the Rewind. But that one's gonna be pretty big. I don't think it's gonna be 2022 big because I really don't ever want to make a 2022 Rewind again, just because of how much I had to like sacrifice to get that done. But yeah, I think that one will also be interesting too, because it is a Rewind where I'll work where I'm not in school, which means I have more time to actually technically work on it, which will be nice. I mean, depending, maybe I'll have a job. I don't know. But yeah, oh my god, my hair is fucking. I did not do my hair today. There we go. Good enough. But yeah, I think very interesting one to do. I hope you guys like the vibe of it, the theme. And I was talking about this in VC when after watching All Together my Discord server, and everyone thought I was insane for saying this, but I am right now considering that this upcoming Rewind 2025 will be my last Rewind I make, at least for a while. And the reason I say this is because I've definitely hit a point where I'm not entirely sure where to take Rewind. Like, I definitely know where I'm doing with next one, and I think there's a lot of opportunities there. But after that one, I'm not really sure, because I think the format of kind of like with the music and like the videos, I think that format's getting a little old, at least for me. I don't think there's as much more I can do with it to make it kind of cool. And I think I'm definitely reaching a point where I've definitely, because I think this Rewind definitely established and put in stone what Rewind was about, and I think I will fully tell this, I guess, the meaning of Rewind, like everything I want to tell. I think I'll tell it by for the next one. I think I'll finish it all up, and I think I'll be able to wrap it all up and wrap everything I kind of want to say regarding it, because I think with the next one, I don't think there's many other paths to go bigger, because after 2022 I knew I couldn't really go bigger within Minecraft, so I took it outside of Minecraft, and I was able to make it big this way. But as soon as I get big in real life, it's hard to really know where to go from there. So obviously this is not set in stone. I have no idea. I have no idea where I'm gonna be by next Rewind, or what's gonna happen after next Rewind. But no matter what, it's gonna be a big and definitive Rewind that'll end this trilogy of Rewinds, and definitely kind of this era of my life. I think for sure. So no matter what, it's gonna be a significant Rewind, and if that is truly the end of Rewind, I can imagine that something would replace it, because I definitely do like doing these types of videos where I'm able to very much express myself in this way, and obviously use kind of like this cool music that I really enjoy and I really connect to, and kind of to this whole story. So I don't know. I think it could be, might not be. I'm not entirely sure. Hi, Matt. The future of Rewind, because I definitely don't want it to go like for like 8 more years of Rewind. Let's go 8 more years, and like the only reason Rewind stops is because no one's watching it. I definitely wanted to give it like Rewind a good ending, and I feel like it's coming up to a point where it should end, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't know. Should Rewind end? Matt, should Rewind end? I know his answer's gonna be no. I don't know why I'm asking him. I do really like Rewind. I think Rewind is one of the most favoriteest things I have ever done. 'Cause I think they do a lot for me. I know, I mean, I definitely express them, but I think they do a lot for me and kind of like motivate me. It's almost like a promise to myself that I'm gonna keep going and I'm gonna do great things. And I think it's really cool watching back on them. And like sometimes, definitely when I'm like slowing down and I'm like, like I don't know what to do. I'll definitely go back and watch one of the rewinds, or specifically I watched usually like the previous year. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's what it's all about. It's kind of a reminder to myself, like this is what you're doing all this for. I'm like, yeah, trust your gut and you'll know if a rewind is necessary. True that. True that. So I guess we'll see. I don't know. Definitely, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Rewind's gonna be definitely interesting. When it gets to the point where it's an obligation, rewind isn't made in passion. I think that's definitely... I think it was almost... Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Definitely, I think it is definitely a... Yeah. Because I think after... I mean, again, I don't know where I'm going to be, but I guess we'll kind of see how I feel. I'll definitely... Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I don't got any answers. This is just me, like, thinking, like, okay, after this one, what's next? Because truly, I don't know where I'll be. I won't know how successful next stuff will. Anyways, 2025. What's happening? What's going on now? Rewind's done. Cool. That's great and all, everything. We don't care about it anymore. What is the next big project? Well, lore. Lore is the next big thing. It's something we're still kind of discussing how to kind of release it throughout the year. It is going to be definitely the big thing for this year, and it's definitely be a big deciding point in my future. I think this rewind, there's a lot of things where I think it will succeed and will do well. And if it does do well, that'll be very massive for my future, my channel. But you know, we just gotta time everything right. I know originally, I think our plan was, it's obviously it's being split into 3 parts, and I was wanting to do it back to back to back. In terms of like maybe they're split up by like a month or something. But then I was talking to Sparrow, like literally right before the stream, and she also brought up the idea of kind of like doing a video in between them, like a normal, non-lore video, which I also think is not the worst idea ever, and that actually might be a little bit smarter, but we're still kind of talking about it. But no matter what, the first one will not be coming out this month, but it will be coming out very soon. Well, not very soon. It'll be coming out soon. It's just not coming out this month. I know that for sure. This month, I will be releasing my 1.5-hour Indiana Jones video. If you're at the Wheelhouse stream the other day, I kind of explained what the video was. So I'm not going to say too much because I think I'll just be repeating myself. No, I'm not saying your ideas were. I'm saying your idea might be kind of smart. That's why, but like, we obviously need to like set it in stone what we should do. That's why I'm like, what I was saying is that I had a plan, but you said a better plan. I'm like, oh wait, that actually might be the way to go. It's probably February is when you look at the first part of the lore video. Probably February. Probably around the end of February. This project will go to the summertime. Will, especially no matter if we do my plan of releasing them or Sparrow's plan of releasing them, it will go to summer. It might, but again, it's gonna be the big year thing. This is why I'm the executive. Isn't an executive producer like the one who just pays money and that's it? Isn't that what executive? I'm not for certain, but I think that's what they do. So I think you're a little bit more than an executive producer. You're like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know all the movie terms. Producers are like weird. I don't know. But yeah, so that's something we're definitely kind of figuring out. And my focus currently is getting the indie video out, and then I'll be working on that lore thing. Indie video, I don't want to give a date because I don't want to be wrong about it, because it's a massive video, and I will be going back to school here starting next week. But my hope is probably we'll get it around the middle of January. I don't want to say early because I don't believe I'll be able to get out early. So I'll say middle to late January is when you'll get the indie video. And that one's going to be big, and that'll hold you over for a while. Okay, I have to take a dump. Am I dismissed? No, you have to shit your pants. Sorry, man. Just the way of the stream. It's in the rules. What is my title then? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if producer's a better title. I truly do not know. Matt, you give Sparrow a title, and then you go take a dump. So so yeah, I'm definitely doing that. Streams, I'm not sure. I'm not planning to stream New Bloom at the moment. We honestly actually need to figure out what to do with New Bloom at the moment. But I don't plan to stream New Bloom. I don't have a specific game. I do have the Great Circle that I might stream after the video's out. I've literally been restricting myself from playing it, so it encourages me to get the video done sooner, so then I can play the game. So I gotta figure that out. So yeah, I mean, I think we'll be working hard. This is gonna be the year, and definitely, I think my main goal is to get monetized this year, and I think it is very. I want to see very possible. I think it's possible because of the lore project, but we'll kind of see. Because then that will bring my parents like, oh shit, he can do stuff, and be like, yeah, yippee. My best friend rivals. I don't know if I'm gonna stream Marvel Rivals stream. I don't know. Maybe. Do you guys want to see Marvel Rivals stream? You guys let me know if you want to see Marvel Rivals. If you guys want to see Marvel Rivals, fine. I'll do a Marvel Rivals stream. I don't know. I'm right now playing like some older video games. Like I tried Half-Life for the first time yesterday. Not the best, not gonna lie. It's kind of glitchy. I might try it again, but I'm not sure. I've also gotten both the original. I got both the Sonic Adventure games because I watched the Sonic movie. I'm like, huh, that actually kind of looks interesting. And surprisingly, honestly, very surprisingly, I've only played the first one so far, but it's actually been pretty decent. There's been a lot of, unique stuff. More Mario Party? Yeah, I can see more Mario Party. We'll probably do some more Mario Party. That's a good one to do. New Year resolution, make a the money. That is not my resolution. I mean, it would be nice to make money because it gives me money to actually fund. Literally, like I got a lot of money for Christmas, and I've spent $200 already. And it's all YouTube stuff. I had to get an external hard drive, and I had to get Epidemic Sound for the year. So I've already spent a fuck ton of money just on YouTube shit. And I kind of want to replace this boom arm soon, or maybe even invest in a new mic soon. I've had this mic forever. I've had it since like maybe late 2020, early 2021. Or I think I got it. I forgot if I bought this for myself or I got it as a Christmas present. I might have gotten it Christmas 2020 as a present. So it's an old mic. It's almost, wait, is it like 4 years now? And this boom arm is just not as strong as it used to be. So I got a lot of updating hardware I have to do. It's older than New Bloom. I don't think my mic's older than New Bloom. I don't think I had my Yeti Blue mic, which is over there. That was my mic before this. I started with my Yeti Blue mic and then I evolved to this. Now I need to make the next evolution. And maybe a new camera. I mean, this camera's fine. I've had this webcam. I've had this webcam for a long time too. I think it's not old as the mic. I think maybe Christmas of 2021 I might have got it. And I definitely got that for Christmas. But yeah, definitely, I got a lot of stuff going. I got a lot of stuff to work on. I'm feeling a lot more confident about this year. I feel like I'm gonna have, I need to make sure I don't burn out, but I feel like we're gonna have a lot stronger start to this year than last year, where I uploaded Rewind almost in February. Good. It's good not to do that. I think January 1st is a very good release date for a Rewind. So yeah, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be chilling. I'm not gonna be chilling. I'm gonna be working. Having fun with my friends, enjoying my last few months of high school. Another big thing actually that's coming out this year. I almost forgot to mention this. So, it was the day before I started high school, which was in 2021, where I recorded a little bit of a video for myself 4 years in the future. It is a 22-minute video, and I have not watched it ever. I recorded it. I have zero clue what I said. I think I talked about lore, and I think I talked about New Bloom Rewind. I don't remember what else I talked about, but it was like the day before I started high school, so it was like around the end of summer of 2021. And that will be coming out, I think, like June 3rd. It's late May or early June, and you'll be getting that soon. So that is quite a video that'll be released, and I'll probably react to it on stream as soon as it releases. Because again, I've seen it literally at the top of my YouTube studios for 4 fucking years, and I have not clicked it once. I think maybe like I've seen like the first 5 seconds. I've maybe seen the first 5 seconds. But that's it. And let me make sure I'm saying 22 minutes right. I think it's, let's check how long this shit is. So Burnout Day 1 of 2025 is crazy. Dude, I did the impossible. 21 minutes and 58 seconds. It is scheduled for June 3rd, 2025, 4 p.m. Wait, hold on. What day do I graduate high school? I graduate high school June 5th. So I was like roughly estimating when I graduate. So it's 2 days before I graduate is when I release it. And I can't change the date because I know I say the date in the video. So it'll be coming out, oh my god, during finals week. Okay, maybe I'll leave it at 4 p.m. We'll see. I mean, obviously, we have a few months away until this video comes out. But that's going to be very interesting. I'm actually really curious what I say in that. And the descriptions, hopefully I see this video. Hold on, let me just put it. Oh, I just closed it. Never mind. You don't get to see the thumbnail. You'll have to wait. You have to wait to see what I look like. It's not in this room. I'll say that. It's, oh fuck. I think we're good. Yeah, it's not in this video. I'm not in this room. It's in my old room with old equipment. So, you know, oh my god, that's what we should really watch. Okay, well, you have that to look forward to. if you're not interested in New Bloom Lore returning, if you're not interested in the indie video, if you're not interested in future streams, you got a video from me from 4 years ago to be excited about. Try to cover all the bases here. It's gonna be a big year, I promise. I think, let me make sure. I don't think I'm missing anything else. Again, if you guys have any questions, go ahead now, because I think we're about to wrap up here soon. I think I've said everything I need to say about Rewind. I've talked about a little bit of 2025 here. Go back to my Wheelhouse stream that I did. I think I talked about a little bit more, but you can go see it there because, I don't want to repeat myself too much. But yeah, it's going to be a good year. I'm very excited to see how it goes. There is definitely a lot of pressure on me to make this a good year, but I'm going to try not to burn out. I'm going to try to make some fun stuff. We're going to have some of the best videos I have ever made this year. Well, besides Weedy's video. Weedy, by the way, another video I didn't get this year. Weedy wrote another fucking script, so I have to recreate it. That video is finally getting a sequel, which I realized did a lot better than I thought it did. It actually was a pretty good performing video, so that means I have to do it. And it's a video pretty similar to something else I've done, but I'm not gonna spoil that yet. Why didn't you use my thumbnail? Oh, you guys want to see Christopher's fucking Rewind thumbnail? Hold on. Let me pull this up. Let me... I don't know, Christopher. Why didn't I use your thumbnail? I don't know, man. Oh my god. Anyways. Oh my god. I hope you all enjoyed this rewind. potentially we got one more left. Not for certain, but we potentially got one more rewind in me. It's gonna be a good one. Oh wait, are all my assets back? Oh shit, I'm not in the void anymore. Why did it? Whatever. I don't care anymore. My assets all disappeared. I put them all on my external hard drive. I should probably move them back to my main hard drive because I don't always have to have this connected. But anyways, I will release the normal version of the DJ's Crying for Help music videos on the Wheelhouse in a few days, or maybe today, or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Whenever I find time. Today, for the rest of the day, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna relax. Whenever a video comes out, it is relax day. I don't want to work on anything. I don't want to see anything. Why am I doing the Trump hands? Listen, I don't want to work on anything. But tomorrow, back on the grind, working on indie video. It's gonna get all that done. What is today? Is today Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. Okay, so I have what 1, 2, 3, 4 more normal days before I got school again. So streams, we'll figure that out. Honestly, join my Discord server. Yell at me, ping up. Don't spam ping me. Ping me once. Tell me what you want to see me stream. And I will try to make time for it. I not in the market for buying many games right now. So, what games have I gotten recently? Besides, yeah, I got the Half-Life. I got the Sonic Adventures. Obviously, Marvel Rivals. There's the free Epic games that I got. I actually got some racing games for my steering wheel, but that's, it's not that interesting. I get it. I have all the Indiana Jones games from the videos. If you guys want me, after the Indiana videos come out, if you want me to play some of the older Indiana Jones games on stream, I can do that, actually. See my fucking pain. I can bring Jackbox back. Jackbox is something, actually. Maybe we'll do a Jackbox stream. Maybe we'll bring some of the older streams back, like the drawing streams. What are some like good old streams? Like I bring back drawing stream. Oh shit, I broke this. I'm gonna look back at my old streams. The drawing stream. Never Train Together. Never again. Oh, I need to do more FNAF. I need to do FNAF 3. Maybe I'll get FNAF 3. FNAF 3 is not that expensive. There's the Meme Maker shit. Oh, is that all my streams I've done on YouTube? I didn't know how many. How many is this? 21 streams I've done on YouTube? Yeah, I don't think I streamed this much this year. No, I streamed a decent amount this year on YouTube. Never mind. I thought I didn't stream that much this year. No, I streamed a good... Well, I could stream more. But, I streamed more... Yeah, whatever. Yes, drawing stream? Okay. Maybe I'll figure out drawing stream. I will probably not develop a streaming schedule. I don't know. I don't know if I should do a streaming schedule. I don't think I'm going to do a streaming schedule. I don't think so. Maybe once every other week. Maybe once every other week. Maybe I do need to develop some sort of schedule. I don't know. I could do once a week, but that's a lot. Once a week's a lot. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe once a week or once every other week. We'll figure it out. Anyways, I want to thank you all for joining my rant on New Bloom, not New Bloom Rewind, on Rewind 2024 Reflection. I guess you won't be able to guess the name of the third one. Guess you won't be able to guess it. You will. And what is this eerie music? Oh yeah, there we go. Sweden by C418. Thank you. I'm gonna go collapse on my bed now. I will. I gotta let the music come out. It has to be very emotional because it's the first stream of the year. Guys, I just want to say it's gonna be a very great year for the Crimpy Wheel fan base. Hope you all joined me. We're gonna make some memories this year. We're gonna do some great things this year. We're gonna make history this year. And maybe I'll get a girlfriend this year. Anyways, goodbye everyone. See you next time. Goodbye. See you later. See ya. Bye. Ah, it's gone. Well, I guess you're fucking blackboard. fuck, hold on, Matt's calling me. Yes? Can I help you, sir?
I know what I missed.
I meant the stream's ending, sir.
Oh, can you turn it back on?
What do you mean turn it back on? I can't turn it back on!
I missed it.
Well, I'm on like the ending soon screen. Well, it's a black void. But I'm on the ending soon screen.
Oh, well, that's too bad. Turn it back on.
What do you mean turn it back on? What? What do you want to say to the people?
I'm back from my dump. I'll be in more videos in the future.
I hung up on him. Alright, goodbye everyone.